Good morning, students. Today I am going to start the new points in this lesson. So, various schemes and the ways to found the startup by the Government of India, which is Startup India and Stand Up India. The Startup India is an initiative of Government of India. The campaign was first announced by Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi in his speech on 15th August 2015, and this scheme was launched in the year 2016. So let's start our first point, the meaning of the Startup India. Startup is an initiative provided by the Government of India for an entity to has its headquarters in India, which has been opened less than 10 years ago and has an annual turnover of less than 100 crore. Under this initiative, the Government of India started iMate program for them to build 10 lakh mobile apps startups. The main aim is to provide microfinance, low interest loans for those from low social economic background. One of the such scheme name is Mudra's Bank scheme, or it is also known as Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Over the years, India's startups have found success across the sectors, with startups in enterprises technology and e-commerce, travel technology grabbing global attention. The main points of Indian government is to make India a nation of job creator instead of job seekers. Therefore, the government wants to encourage entrepreneurship and to promote innovations. Thus, the Government of India has announced Startup India Action Plan that focus on the following areas. In that, number one, simplification and handholding. Here, the agreed procedure for the startup will be easy, and similarly, the winding up can be allowed on the fast track basis. The second point is funding support and incentives. The government will participate in funding process indirectly as well as a tax exemption. Tax exemption means no tax has to be paid. They can be allowed in capital gain and income tax, etc. The next point is industry, academia, partnership and incubation. Academia means the environment process concerned with the research, education and scholarship, whereas incubation means a place specially support to the staff and equipment made available at low rent to the new business scheme. Okay, so under this initiative, the government is proposing to introduce the new startup feast. Feast means like an event or activity to provide it pre-incubation training, set up incubators with the help of private sectors and innovation focused program for the students, etc. Next one, startup ecosystem. What is the entire startup ecosystem? Let us to understand first, for the startup ecosystems you need ideas, you need planning, you need teamwork, next investment, trends, resources, strategies, product, etc. All these things needs to start up a new ecosystems. For example, Snapdeal, Ola, Oyo Rooms, Big Basket, Paytm, etc. These are the some of the examples of the successful startup in India. Now, let us discuss another scheme, that is Stand Up India. Now, there is a difference between the Startup India and Stand Up India is in Stand Up India scheme encouraging setting up of the greenfield enterprises by scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and women entrepreneurs. In Stand Up India, basically this scheme to support entrepreneurship among women and SC/ST communities. In this, the Stand Up India's loan in the range of rupees 10 lakh to rupees 1 crore will be given for setting up new enterprises for ST/SC and at least the one woman borrower per bank branch for setting up a greenfield enterprises. It may be for the manufacturing, services or the trading sector. In case of the non-individual enterprises, at least 51% of the shareholding and controlling stake by the ST, SC and woman entrepreneur. So the next point is eligibility criteria for the Stand Up India scheme. That first point, SC, ST and women entrepreneurs above 18 years of age. It is the first condition, first criteria. And the second one is the loan scheme are available only for the greenfield project. And the first time venture of the beneficiary. Beneficiary means a person who invests the money for the first time in the manufacturing, services or the trading sector. And the number third, in case of non-individual enterprises, as I told you, 50% of the shareholding and the controlling stake by the SC, ST and women entrepreneurs. This scheme is also explained about the following points. In that number 1, nature of loan. The nature of loan, that means a composite loan between the working capital and term loan of rupees 10 lakh and up to rupees 1 crore lakh. The next point is purpose of loan. The purpose of loan, this scheme is for available SC, ST and a woman entrepreneur. Third, size of the loan. The composite loan of 75% of the term loan and the working capital. However, the other scheme exceed 25% of the project cost. Project cost means here the greenfield project cost. Okay. Now, the next point is a rate of the interest. The rate of the interest could be lowest applicable, that is 3% plus turnover premium. And the next, fourth, security. The bank decided to provide its security with the help of CGFSIL, stand for Credit Guarantee Fund Scheme for the Stand Up India loan. Okay. The next point, repayment. The repayment of the loan is repayable in 7 years with the maximum moratorium period of 18 years. Moratorium means a temporary activity period of 18 years. Next point, working capital. Those who avail the loan will be given RuPay debit card for withdrawal for working capital up to 10 lakh, and also they will be given pre-loan training, factoring and the marketing etc. The working capital limit about 10 lakh to be sanctioned by the way of cash credit limit. And the last point is margin money. 25% margin money which can be provided with the eligible central or the state schemes. So now started the next point, it is the Stand Up India ecosystem. In this picture we see there are the different bank branches, the lead district managers connected with the two. The connected center SIDBI, SEDB or the connected center of the NABARD. Here the sum of the points of the centers can be given. Number 1, Rural Self-Employment Training Institute, Vocational Training Centers, MSME Development Institutions, State, SC/ST Development and Financial Corporation Industries Association. Next, District Industries Centers. Next, Dalit Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Next, Skilling Centers. And the last, Women Entrepreneur Association. So, let's consolidate what we have to learn this lesson. Key takeaway for Startup India and Stand Up India facilitate. 10,000 crore fund support to startups. Next, tax exemption for 3 years. Next, easy startup registration app. Next one, group of the lawyers to resolve the patent related problems plus 80% reduction in patent fee. And the last one, self certification. So all these facilities to Start Up India and Stand Up India, and it will boost entrepreneurship to generate employment, and finally it will help in economic growth in India.